everybody. So now that everyone has had the opportunity to understand the rest position that I posted the other day, I'm going to start today with a nice warm-up. So this will all be in standing, and then my next video will move on to some mat work. And again, if there's anything anybody wants to see, just let me know. And if you have any issues whatsoever with any areas of the body, drop me a line and I can help you out. So we're going to start with our feet together. We're going to take our toes out to 10 to 2 and bring our heels in line with our toes to get those lovely parallel lines through our legs. We're going to lift our toes off the mat, spread them nice and wide, place them down back on the mat. Nice little soft bend in the back of the knees. We're going to start by rocking that pelvis backwards and forwards, thinking about that bucket of water that is our pelvic bowl, tipping that water out the front and out the back. Just trying to really focus in on the movement through the pelvis. We're keeping the rest of the body lovely and still. And we're going to bring that bucket of water to rest, keeping it nice and central and still. We want some lovely soft ribs tucked in, a lovely wide smiling collarbones, and those shoulder blades gliding down our back like two sheets of ice gliding down the back of our rib cage. We've got that peach under our chin, and today's helium balloon drawing up through the back of the head is going to be pink. Right, let's take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw up through the pelvic floor, or imagining that band tightening around your hips. Or if there's gentlemen out there joining in, imagine you're walking into a cold sea and you're trying to lift yourself up out of the cold water. Super. Another nice deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to take the chin to the chest, and we're rolling through the spine, taking one vertebrae at a time as we roll through the upper body, the mid-back and the lower back, heading down towards the mat. Keep those knees bent. This is a spinal stretch, not a leg stretch, so we want soft legs. And then we're restacking that spine, one vertebrae at a time. So a deep breath in. As we exhale, chin to chest, rolling through the upper back, mid-back and lower back, letting the movement happen, breathing in at the bottom before you exhale, straightening the legs slightly and then restacking each of those vertebrae one at a time, growing nice and tall again. One more. And exhaling, closing your eyes if you want to just check in with the body. Assess how the spine feels, how your body moves, where there might be any areas of stiffness, breathing in at the bottom. And then exhaling as we restack that spine. You could always do this standing against a wall if you want to make sure that you're really working each segment of the spine one at a time. Just taking a moment to check we've got those muscles engaged in the lower abdomen. We're going to bring our arms up into what we call the dumb waiter. So we want to take a moment to make sure we've got about a plum-sized shape between our elbows and our waist. We're keeping the upper body nice and relaxed, focusing in on that attention that we feel through the shoulder blades, just gently connecting as we take the arms out and bring them back in. One more. Lovely, and on this next one we're going to take the arms out, then reaching wide, turning the palms to face the floor, reach for the walls and then folding the arms back in. Breathing out as we reach away and breathing in as we fold back. Just keep that upper body nice and relaxed. Focusing on that pink helium balloon, drawing the back of the head up towards the ceiling. We're waking up the upper body and opening up the chest, which if you're sitting down for long periods can really help with your posture and any kind of aches and pains. Lovely, and one more. And bring the arms in, relax them back down. We're going to take one arm up to the ceiling now. Reaching tall, swapping arms in the middle of the body as we come into our toy soldier arms. Really important here that you try and focus on keeping those ribs lovely and soft and the upper body nice and still. We really want to think about the arms moving on their own, and we're trying to keep that lovely neutral spine. So our ribs tucked in, lower abdominals engaged. Just taking the arms as far up as you can whilst keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. I'm sure everyone's doing beautifully. This time we're going to bring in the opposite leg to arm. So as we bend, as we reach with one arm, we bend the knee of the opposite leg, peeling the heel off the mat. I'll just turn to the side so you can see a bit better. We're working on keeping the rest of the body still. Really just warming up the ankles. Mimicking that kind of exaggerated walking style. Let's keep the hips nice and still, so those hips are staying in a lovely straight line as we move through each ankle. Last two. Last one. And relax down. Beautiful. We're going to take ourselves into a squat now. As we sit backwards, pushing the bottom out behind us, keeping that lovely neutral spine, keeping that peach under your chin, and really reach those arms forward as you push the bottom backwards. Let's focus on keeping those knees over our feet as we squat down. So we're keeping our knees in lovely parallel lines, pushing the bottom backwards, and squeeze those sitting bones together as you stand nice and tall. One more. We're staying in the squat here. We're raising one ankle off and heel off the mat, placing it back down, alternating sides, keeping the spine nice and straight and the upper body nice and relaxed, just peeling one foot at a time off the mat and then placing the heel back down. Last one, and squeeze as you stand up. Lovely. Okay, we're going to just increase that range of movement through our legs now. Squatting backwards, peeling one heel off the mat, peeling the second heel off the mat, pushing up on your tiptoes, watching that balance, and then dropping the heels back down to the mat. So we squat down, peel one heel, second heel, squeeze up, lower the heels to the mat. What we're looking for here is really controlled movement. The rest of the body staying beautifully still. And we're keeping those tummy muscles switched on so that we can control the upper body. And we're really working those leg muscles now. Lovely. We're going to reverse that now onto our tiptoes. Squat down. Lower the heels to the mat and squeeze up. Tiptoes. Squat down. Lower the heels. Stand up. Let's choose a point on the floor to focus on. Really focusing on that point on the floor can help your balance. And working with your breath can also really just help focus the mind on this movement sequence. Should be feeling it in our legs now. We're challenging the body and the mind by trying to build in our coordination. Last one, up. Staying nice and relaxed, squatting down, heels to the mat, growing nice and tall. Beautiful, so you should be nicely warmed up throughout the whole body. And I look forward to you joining me for our series of mat work exercises later on today. Thanks.